6 p.m. Assalamu alaikum. This is Radio Pakistan. The news read by Daman Zaman. The headlines. King Abdullah II of Jordan, in a telephonic conversation with Prime Minister, has offered mediation to help de-escalate the current tension between Pakistan and India. The joint session of the Parliament unanimously adopted a resolution today strongly condemning the blatant Indian aggression against Pakistan, terming it a violation of the United Nations Charter. The joint session resolution reaffirmed Pakistan's resolve to respond to any misadventure by India in a befitting manner. Pakistan is releasing the captured Indian pilot today as a peace gesture, announced by Prime Minister at the joint session of the Parliament. The joint resistance leadership in occupied Kashmir has condemned imposing ban on Jamaat-e-Islami of the territory, saying the Indian repressive measures against the Kashmiris have become the order of the day. In Somalia, at least 30 people have been killed in the exchange of gunfire between the government forces and Al-Shabaab fighters in Mogadishu. And now the news in detail. King Abdullah II of Jordan has offered mediation to help de-escalate the current tension between Pakistan and India. In a telephonic conversation with the Prime Minister Imran Khan today, the Jordanian king conveyed his concern over the escalating situation between Pakistan and India. He congratulated the Prime Minister Imran Khan on his statesmanship in handling this difficult situation. The Prime Minister briefed King Abdullah II about his initiatives to maintain peace between Pakistan and India for the sake of the peoples of the two countries and the region. The Prime Minister thanked the Jordanian king for his offer of mediation. He also invited King Abdullah II to visit Pakistan at his earliest convenience. The joint session of the Parliament today unanimously adopted a resolution strongly condemning the blatant Indian aggression on the 26th and 27th of February against Pakistan, describing it a violation of the United Nations Charter and the international law. The resolution, moved by the Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi, completely rejected India's self-serving and fictitious claims of having destroyed the alleged terrorist facility and causing heavy casualties. It pointed out that facts on the ground clearly contradict India's false claim, and so have been testified by the independent observers. The resolution reaffirmed Pakistan's resolve to respond to any misadventure by India in a befitting manner, illustrated by actions taken on the 27th of February, which demonstrated Pakistan's right and capability for self-defense. The resolution called upon the international community and the United Nations Security Council to condemn in an unambiguous manner the Indian government's highly irresponsible actions, escalating tension to a new level and seriously endangering peace and stability in the region. The Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi says he decided not to participate in the OIC meeting of Council of Foreign Ministers being held in Abu Dhabi today, where the Indian External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj had been invited as a guest of honor. Speaking at the joint session of the Parliament in Islamabad today, he said the decision had been taken keeping in view the sentiments of the House. Shah Mahmood Qureshi, however, said a Pakistan delegation of lower-level officials will attend the meeting to defend Pakistan's several resolutions on the Indian atrocities in occupied Kashmir. He said Pakistan will also oppose if any attempt was made to give observer status to India. Lawmakers in the Senate have said peace is the ultimate objective of Pakistan and the country is fully capable of defending its boundaries. Speaking in the upper house of the Parliament this evening, Rehman said the release of the Indian pilot captured by Pakistan will send a good message. She said it is unfortunate that the Indian media is taking Pakistan's humanitarian gesture of releasing their pilot negatively. She said India committed aggression against Pakistan. However, New Delhi should realize that Pakistan has rendered unprecedented sacrifices in the war against terrorism and how can it allow anyone to use its soil for terrorist activities against others? Ashok Kumar said minorities of Pakistan are standing shoulder to shoulder with the armed forces of the country against Indian aggression. Rehman Malik said the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi should know that the Pakistani nation is united, having the capability to respond to any misadventure by India. He said Narendra Modi is whipping up anti-Pakistan emotions under political compulsions in the wake of the upcoming general elections there. Pakistan is releasing the Indian fighter pilot Wing Commander Abhinandan today. He will be handed over to the Indian authorities at the Wagah border. His release was announced by Prime Minister Imran Khan as a peace gesture during a speech in the joint session of the parliament yesterday. Wing Commander Abhinandan was arrested on Wednesday when his aircraft was shot down by Pakistani Air Force after violation of Pakistan's airspace. This is Radio Pakistan. A high-level meeting with the Prime Minister Imran Khan and the chair in Lahore today decided to impose ban on the use of agricultural land for housing schemes. According to the spokesman of the Punjab Chief Minister, the meeting also approved a strategy to reduce the use of agriculture land for other purposes. The spokesperson said the Punjab government will now focus on vertical growth in buildings without increasing the ground coverage. The Turkish ambassador to Pakistan, Ehsan Mustafa Yurdakol, called on the Minister for Railways, Sheikh Rashid Ahmed, in Islamabad today. The two sides discussed a number of issues pertaining to cooperation in railway projects between Pakistan and Turkey. On the occasion, the Turkish ambassador said his country has the capability to provide expertise and partnership in housing, tourism, and infrastructure development projects in Pakistan. Sheikh Rashid Ahmed thanked Turkey and its people on extending complete support to Pakistan's stance in the prevailing situation. In occupied Kashmir, the authorities imposed restrictions in Srinagar and parts of South Kashmir today to prevent people from staging demonstrations against the ban on Jamaat Islami of the territory by the Indian government and raids on the residences of Hurriyat leaders by India's National Investigation Agency. According to Kashmir Media Service, the joint resistance leadership comprising Sayyid Ali Gilani, Mirwais Umar Farooq and Muhammad Yasin Malik had called for peaceful demonstrations after Jummah prayers today. The joint resistance leadership, in a statement in Srinagar condemning the ban on the Jamaat, said New Delhi's repressive measures against the Kashmiris had become the order of the day. The chairman Hurriyat Conference, Mirwais Umar Farooq, says the worst dictatorial restrictions have been imposed in occupied Kashmir, depriving the people of their basic rights. In a tweet today, Mirwais Umar Farooq said he was not allowed to offer Friday prayers today. Mirwais Umar Farooq said Jamia Masjid Srinagar was locked and there were restrictions of movement in most parts of the city. He said arrests of innocent people also continue and Jamaat Islami has been declared unlawful. In Afghanistan, the government forces killed 9 militants, including 3 suicide bombers, when they attacked a military base in Helmand province early today. In a statement, the provincial governor's office said the attack was carried out against the 215 Mavand Corps inside Camp Sohrab in the province. In Somalia, at least 30 people, mostly civilians, have been killed and 80 others injured in a heavy gunfire between government special forces and Al-Shabaab fighters outside the Hotel Makkah ul Mukarramah in central Mogadishu. The police officer, Major Musa Ali, said firstly the militants set off a bomb outside the hotel before retreating to an adjacent building from where they fired on soldiers who tried to enter. And now cricket. In the Pakistan Super League at Dubai, batting against Peshawar Zalmi, Islamabad United were 161 runs for the loss of 5 wickets in 18 overs a short while ago. Earlier, Peshawar Zalmi won the toss and elected to field. In the second match of the day, Multan Sultans will face Quetta Gladiators at the same venue at 2100 hours Pakistan Standard Time. And finally, the weather. Widespread rain thunderstorm with snowfall over the hills accompanied by windstorm is expected in Quetta, Job, Kalat, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, Upper Punjab, Islamabad, Kashmir and Gilgit-Baltistan during the next 12 hours. Rain with thunderstorm is also expected at scattered places in Sibbi, Multan, Dera Ghazi Khan, Lahore Division, and at isolated places in Sahiwal, Bahawalpur, and Karachi divisions. And that is the end of this news bulletin. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and you can also watch the live video streaming of our bulletins on the link, facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.